Hi friends, welcome to Wednesdays with Whitney. I'm Whitney, and today I'm here with Brianna, who is the events manager at Rollins Mansion. And if you have never been in this beautiful space, we are here today, and Brianna is going to tell us all about Rollins Mansion and what's happening here and some new things that are happening in 2020.
Yeah.
Go for it. Tell us what's happening.
Perfect. So, as she said, we're the Rollins Mansion, and just to kind of give you some really brief history about the house, it was built in 1925. It took until 27 to complete our home, so a little over 2 years. We're a 4-floor, 27 location, 2 levels though utilized for venue space rental purposes. However, when the house was built itself, it was a true residency for a family of 4. So they were the only true home, or true family that make this place a home. But the cool thing about us is we're right off of Fleur, just minutes away from I-235, with the most spectacular view of downtown.
It's true. And what I love about Rollins, and I've shot multiple events here at this point, is the gardens. The gardens out back are extraordinary, and I've been here in May and I've been in here in October, and they're beautiful all year long. I mean, as soon, right now it's a little wintry, but what are you gonna do? So I think that's a huge added benefit to being able to walk around here and be outside.
Yeah.
The other thing that I love about Rollins is that, yes, it's an event space, but it has that cozy feel. I mean, you guys have huge rooms where you can have receptions and cocktail hours and meetups, and we just held a hummingbird event here, which was like kind of a vendor hummingbird event here, which was so cool. How many people were here? Like
over 130.
Yeah, it was a huge amount of people, but everybody was spread out all over the house and taking tours. So there's lots of spaces for guests to explore no matter what you're doing. So what I think is really cool is that you guys have started doing your own events, so public events that anybody can come to. Because in the past, I've had to be invited to a wedding or shooting a wedding in order to hang out here, which seems like it's just not often enough because this place is stunning, you guys. So can you tell us about some of the public events that are on the docket?
Yeah, absolutely. So our first one coming up is actually Valentine's Day. So if you haven't had your plans figured out yet, kind of keep us in the back of your mind. But Valentine's Day.
Dudes watching, have you done something for your lady yet? Or vice versa, I mean, whatever.
Yeah, so Valentine's Day, you're talking about a 4-course meal, you're talking about a jazz band coming on site, a dark dessert. Totally optional.
What is a dark dessert?
So we are offering to those that are coming here on site to blindfold their significant other for a sweet treat. So, and then you turn the tables, of course, and then you feed them a different sweet treat.
Oh,
so,
awesome. So just a little something extra at the end of the evening.
Yeah, something different.
I love that. And it's slightly more private and calm than a restaurant.
Yeah.
What I mean, not that I don't love the restaurant environment, because, a nice dinner out is great. But what I think is so beautiful about this is that you get that dining experience, and your guys' catering here is incredible. So, whoa, just say yes to that. But it's quieter, it's more personal.
Intimate.
Yes, intimate. So that's a great word for it. And you get to be on site, and you just have to get dressed up if you come here that's what I would do for Valentine's Day, because this space and the situation totally calls for it. So that's number one. And then what's the next one coming up? I already know the answer to this, and I'm really excited.
So we're doing a murder mystery event here that is Downton Abbey themed. And so with that, if you're really big into Downton Abbey, who hasn't heard of it or watched the show? I haven't watched it, it's on my list. But
I don't know about this. I think this needs to be done before the dinner.
But anyways, it's Downton Abbey themed. It's a one-time offer for that theme. So if you're really into that show, definitely come. It's a 3-course meal that will be themed to the actual Cornish hen. So
And guests will be taken through a murder mystery themed game throughout the house, which I have to say, Emily. You all know who Emily is. If you've been watching this, Emily Steele, my business partner with Brand Launch and Hummingbirds. It was one of the first things before we even started talking about coming on Wednesdays with Whitney. We were like, Rollins should do a murder mystery.
Yeah, we've been told that for a little while now.
Yeah, and so the fact that it's coming to fruition, I'm like, it's real. So I'm hoping that there will be many of these throughout the year.
Yeah.
Okay,
absolutely.
Now that I've said it out loud, it must be true, right? Love that. So you're doing tons of public events that are open to the public. You guys are putting them on.
Mm-hmm.
How can people find out about those?
Absolutely. So you will see it on a Facebook event page, but primarily to, if you're wanting to move forward with it, coming here and experiencing those fun events that we're hosting, it will be through the Rollins Mansion website. That's how you're going to purchase those tickets.
Okay,
So,
and you can get on an email list if you want to find out what's happening, which I find is just the easiest way, because sometimes I'm like, what's happening?
and those updates are nice.
Exactly. So the other thing I want to talk about is you still are doing all your weddings.
Yeah.
And all of that. So if you guys follow my feed, you have seen Rollins Mansion in it, because I've shot a bunch of weddings here. And actually, this is the place that I recommend my people to. So if you, I mean, I know, my best friend since 4th grade got married here on July 5th of this year. Stunning. And then my mom actually got married here on October 13th. And when people come to me and ask me, okay, where's a really beautiful, classy, private venue that can have, X number, like, this is the first place I say. And one of those is because you literally are here, and you are the event manager on staff, and you have done such an excellent job with every single event that I've been on. And I just get to come, and because I'm a control freak, this is an issue for me. I just get to come and enjoy and be part of the event. So I'd love to hear, as a person of your experience, what is one thing that when you think about an event, what is the thing that you're like, okay, this is what I'm focusing on the day? Like, this is how I approach it. Or do you have a philosophy?
Yeah, so I actually am there for our couple that's getting married that day. My desire is for them to come here on site and have the most enjoyable, memorable experience, very stress-free, getting everything out of their day that they have envisioned. And sometimes, I ask more questions than necessarily even pertain to me, and it's because of that reason. Yeah. Because if I can see something that's happening that isn't what they want, if I can stop it right there, that's what it's about.
Yeah. One, I think it's not a rare skill, but it's not a skill that I see a ton when I'm out in public. It's just thinking ahead, thinking on behalf of somebody else. You have such a good predictive, oh, that's not gonna go well. Yeah. And then you're like, hi, can I help solve this problem? And that's something that I do a lot. And so showing up here and knowing that you are on my team on these days, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go sit down in the back and maybe have a cocktail. So I've just always really appreciated that when I've been on site. And I love, we had the Hummingbird event here last Thursday. Thank you for knowing the answer to that. And I love the flow. There was a plan for everything. Mm-hmm. It was set up. The attention to detail was beautiful. The birds came in and the vendors came in, and everybody knew what was happening at each spot. And that is an art. So you're like, yes, it is. I know, I put a lot of work into it. Can we talk about the Hummingbird event for a second?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so you guys were actually, the Hummingbirds kind of crashed the events because you were having a vendor event and then we got to come as well. Is that how that worked?
No, no, I would say no.
Oh, we didn't crash it. Okay,
we wanted you guys there.
Okay. Well, we were invited, but having that there, can you talk about the experience of, because just what was your experience during that event?
I didn't really know what to expect. Honestly, it was a fabulous night. We had people come on site that I had known, people that were new to me. It was just kind of getting to meet people and have great conversations while showing what we as a location are launching.
Yeah, and specializing in.
Yeah.
And it really was this, public event for people to come in and see. That wasn't a wedding. That wasn't, I think you do a lot of holiday parties and things. Mm-hmm. It was just come and enjoy. And the food is incredible.
Yeah.
Literally every time I'm here, the food.
Kind of thank Delmonico for that.
Yes, they're so good. I remember going through the tasting process with my mom and going through the menu process and how diligent they are and how creative. Mm-hmm. So what an incredible partner to have in that space. Awesome. So what's something that you can leave us with just a fun fact about Rollins or I don't know, something.
Oh, fun fact. There's a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
I would say what is a fun fact. So Ralph Rollins, he got the money from the family company he took over, Rollins Mansion, but that's actually not what you wanted to do. Believe it or not, you wanted to become a pirate.
Become a pirate in Iowa?
Yeah, the
An Iowa pirate?
That.
Yeah, is it like on a horse and buggy? Like, do you pirate on a buggy?
Yeah, I don't know. They moved to a coast, and you can only assume it's partially because of that reason. So.
Okay. I love that.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like there is a pirate-themed murder mystery dinner in our future.
Yeah.
And I will be first on board with that. One last thing. Oh, this is probably common knowledge, but I am having my extra sessions here next Tuesday. So there's a few slots left for those if you want to be in this beautiful, beautiful setting. But people can come and rent this space for photography,
Absolutely.
right? So that's another thing. I know a lot of you photographers out there are like, where can I do indoor family photos? Or the gardens, like anytime where anything is in bloom, are incredible. So that is just another beautiful resource for family photos or, you know, extra sessions, couples photos, and I know that I love utilizing it. So
Talk to us.
yes, absolutely. So thank you so much for being on today.
Yes, thank you.
And we will be back next Wednesday, friends. Bye.